Hello and welcome to All Together Now. I'm your host, Bobbie Steinbach, and I am, as always, delighted that we can be together tonight. We have a special show for you, very special, with a video postcard from the writer Kalee Burrows, an excerpt from the new piece she's working on, and the artist, missionary, and community worker Asanda Kupe is with us all the way from Cape Town, South Africa, to share work he is doing there with young artists. We are delighted first to share with you a work in progress from Kalee Burrows. Kalee is a theater artist, writer, and educator who teaches and works with young people and older generations in schools, community centers, and theater spaces across the globe. Regular viewers may remember her performance of her poem, Rhino. I want to be a rhino. I love that. Kalee has also been working on a theater piece inspired by the extraordinary artist Nina Simone, and we have a video of that work in progress. Can we see that, please?
One. I fell in love with Nina because she felt like this woman who took no shit from anybody. 2. I fell in love with Nina because I heard her sing Sinner Man. Wasn't the first time I heard the song. Wasn't the first time I heard Nina. But it was the first time I felt that ache in my belly. And the ache cried out, power. 3. I fell in love with Nina when I was 24. Buried up to my neck in denial. I was out. But you wouldn't know it by the number of men I let pass through. Some were invited. Others came unannounced. And when I pushed them away, when I tried to dig myself out, the men cried out, power. 4. I still remember when hiding myself was a game and not a form of survival. 5. I fell in love with Nina before I knew she was real, before I lost myself in other men, in others' dreams, obscured visions of who I was meant to be. I fell for her voice, its defiance, its gravel and cream like coffee steaming the morning after. Sinner Man comes in with a bang and goes on loop. The Sinner Man gets hotter, gets boiling. I run to the sea and pray, asking the rock to hide me. 6. I fell in love with Nina when she sang about the Sinner Man, when she named her husband as the one who protected her from everyone but himself. His pain goes on loop, and her pain goes on loop, and Nina's pain goes to her daughter and fast forwards and scratches, and the needle remains stationary, unsure if it can be free. 7. I fell in love with Nina when I first thought, what if I go to the sea? If I submerge my body under, what if I forget to hold my breath? Or even scarier, what if I realize I could breathe underwater all along? And I never knew that the ache in my belly was my magic, was real, was really me, yearning to be free. I never knew I had those powers, and I never knew I could be free. I never knew I could run to the sea.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Nina.
Oh yeah.
Take me to the sea. Whoa.
Well, I ran to the reef and the sea. It was balling all on the day.
Oh, Kalee Burrows. Kalee Burrows. I love that. You are so gifted, my friend, my young friend. And by the way, I'll be right there in my bathing suit after the show, so just expect me, and all I want is a little glass of wine. All right. Thank you so much for sharing that with us. I really look forward to seeing that piece when it's completed. It sounds amazing. Thank you for sharing. Our next guest is my friend Asanda Kupe. And just a little possibility we might have a tech glitch or two as Asanda is so far away in Cape Town, South Africa. Asanda is the executive director of ArtWorks South Africa, an organization he founded to come alongside and collaborate with aspiring artists in the township communities of Cape Town, where he was born and raised. ArtWorks South Africa creates opportunities, provides platforms for expression, and fosters sustainable conditions to help artists further their skills and develop their passion into a career. Welcome, Asanda.
Thank you, Bobbie.
It's
Thank
so
you for
good to
having me.
see you. Oh my goodness, the wonders of technology, right? So,
I
Asanda,
know.
please tell us a bit about your community and your role in that community.
Yeah, so thank you so much for having me. First of all, yes, Asanda is my name, and I am from South Africa. Grew up in a community called the Townships, which it's a post-apartheid name. That's where people were forcibly removed and kicked out. In fact, they were forcibly moved into these areas called the townships, and this was during the whole apartheid time in South Africa. So yeah, that's where I grew up. So townships predominantly are known for crime, are known for violence, a lot of squatting and intense poverty, basically, amongst many things. But what's predominant is mostly the bad things that people talk about more than the good things. So yeah, that's where I was raised. That's where I grew
And
up.
there are so many good things, and we'll talk a little bit about that with you later. So many. You and I, Asanda, met when I visited Cape Town as part of the Mama Project, an organization that was founded by one of Altogether's now producers, Sarah Stackhouse. And Spencer, can we see the video clip of the mamas doing a wonderful snail dance while Asanda and I chat? You can just roll that video. The Mama Project, incredible. This year was to be our fourth or fifth season of workshops. The project creates intercultural, interracial, intergenerational projects for women. And what an experience. And this video, what a night. I mean, do you remember that night, Asanda? Tell our audience about that experience.
Yes, absolutely. I was there. In fact, I was just alongside Austin, the gentleman who was taking videos, and I was holding a microphone for him. But yeah, we were there. It was a fun time, just watching people from different races, different backgrounds, different cultures coming together. Not just coming together just for fun, but to be one. In fact, the video shows like a snake dance, and people holding hands. Something that you would never see happen back in the days in South Africa.
Yes, it was an amazing group of women who came from 3 different townships, and normally they would not be women who would meet with each other, let alone hug each other, dance with each other, love each other.
Correct.
And what happened was it just became a huge family in a very short time. We cooked together and ate together. We sang, we danced, we did a lot of art, and we talked and we shared. And it was very, very special, and continues to be so. Yes, continues to be so. And you were became a bigger and bigger part of that, Asanda. What inspired you to start ArtWorks South Africa, and what are the goals of that organization?
Well, basically, I mean, as I mentioned earlier on, that I grew up in a township. I grew up in extreme poverty. Grew up from a broken family. My mother and father separated when I was very young. So we grew up extremely poor. And growing up, I had a passion for the arts. I would create plays in my dreams. I would be walking and singing. I would see myself standing in big stages and performing and doing different things. But my reality didn't allow those dreams to come true. So anyways, what I needed mostly in my life was somebody to talk to, was a mentor, somebody to believe in me, somebody to champion me, and somebody to help me pursue my dreams. But I didn't have those people because of circumstances that I grew up on. So I knew the reason why actually I started ArtWorks was that I want to create that platform for young people who like me, who grew up poor, who were abused, and who had issues that they wanted to communicate, emotions that they wanted to communicate, but yet at the same time, these young, talented, amazing people needed somebody who, whether training or develop them or help them open doors that most of them are not able to do by themselves. So basically the idea was I wanted to be them who I needed growing up.
Beautiful. That's so beautiful. And two of those young people came to the States last summer under your guidance
Correct.
and mentorship to do a workshop here in Boston at Berklee College of Music, the very famous Berklee College of Music, and it was amazing that what you did to get them here, and what an experience for them, and also for the people who work with them, I think. And Tools, who's a pianist, has gone on to college and is studying music, and that also was because of your mentorship. Amazing, amazing. You must be so proud of these young people, Asanda. And right now, of course, you're dealing with, as so many of us are, but in the townships, it has to be pretty bad. How has COVID changed your community and the way you can work with your young people?
Yeah. No, COVID-19 has hit the township pretty bad. I mean, in the township already there's overpopulation, and already there's issue of unemployment. So if then you lock people in, and people can no longer work anymore, or people no longer leave their homes. I mean, it's extreme. It's actually crazy. I mean, there are homes that you have about 5 people that stay in one house. So imagine then you lock those people in one house, and you don't allow them to go out. Let alone the fact that there's the shortage of food. Their source of income has been restricted. COVID has had a very, very serious impact in South Africa, specific township. So we were in the forefront of the countries that have a high rate of infections. It's difficult.
It's dire,
difficult.
Very dire, and of course, there you are. And how is COVID-19 impacting you personally and your family?
In my case, it's also pretty tricky because again we cannot leave. It's getting better now because we are on stage 3, which allows people to at least go out for a certain time and then come back into their houses. So, but in my case, I could not visit my family in the township. We could not run any programs as ArtWorks. We could not meet publicly. I mean, for me personally, I mean, my heart goes out to the people that I work with who have needs, and COVID doesn't allow us to even interact. Doesn't allow us to sit down and talk, and even issues of Zoom. It's difficult to even hold a Zoom meeting because most guys that I work with don't own computers or don't have access to internet. So it kind of hit us pretty hard, even as ArtWorks. It was difficult to keep up, to call or to track, and to keep in contact with our people. Yeah.
So hard. You have shared some videos with us, and the series is called the Up Close series. And what's that all about?
Yeah, so the series is called Up Close, Music and Life. The idea was, one, to showcase the amazing talent that we get from the township. As I said earlier on, that the township is known for all the bad things, the crime, but there's so much love and so much talent and so much creativity in the township. So the idea of these videos was to create a platform where we can showcase the talent. Secondly, to create a platform where we can raise funds for the artists to help support them. Because with COVID-19, they cannot work. Restaurants were shut down at some point. Churches were shut down. So which is our artists' source of income, and live shows were shut down, so they could not perform. So and a lot of them have responsibilities, have children to feed, have families to take care of. And so the platform was to somehow raise funds and attract funds to invest, and so that we can take the money and then give to the artists. And then the third part was also to again raise or attract people that could sponsor and allow us a much bigger platform, like a bigger show where we can sell tickets and have a show, can pay the artists, and they can have somewhat a source of income.
Right. And first, we're going to see Pam, and she is a single mother, a singer, a wonderful singer. What is her dream, Asanda?
Pam is such an amazing artist. She has sang and backed up for many musicians around Cape Town, and her dream had always been to go to school and study and do music professionally and teach, not only just perform but also teach and sing and instruct in music. So she wants to. So next year, which is 2020, she wants to study in University of Cape Town. She wants to study African jazz music, and she's already applied. So which is amazing. Yeah.
All right. Well, let's show everybody her wonderful video, please.
Molweni, igama lam ndingupamela Lunguza Ifani. I am from South Africa, Cape Town, and in Nyanga to be specific. The song that I'm doing today is Feel Good by Lyra. I chose that song because during this time, because it's like there's COVID-19, there's gender-based violence. So in the midst of all that, we need to find indlela to live through. So the song says, I want to feel good every day. I mean, you make a choice. Like, being happy is a choice that you, as a person, needs to choose. So, yeah.
Of the day, I wanna feel alive in every moment.
What motivates my music is things that we go through in our everyday lives. Like, for instance, I write mostly about it's so embarrassing. I write about love. That's like the most thing I write about.
Everything that feels right, like singing la 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 la. La 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 la. La 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 la.
My message to the world during this time would be that it will be okay. We keep the faith that it's going to be okay, even though it's so hard to do that. But yeah, you keep on believing kulento that you believe in, like be it God, be it the universe. You just believe, you keep believing that it's going to be okay. God will come through and see us through.
It's a choice that we all make, just like a smile, a small effort we make. I wanna feel the newness of a brand new day. I'm so happy to be alive today, singing la 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 la, la 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 la, ooh. Singing la 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 la, la 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 la, singing la 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 la, la 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 la, la 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 la. I wanna feel good every day. I wanna wear a smile upon my face. I wanna feel wow. Oh, why did I miss it? Oh, God.
Wow. A stunning, stunning voice. Just reached right
Amazing.
through the screen. And the line is so inspiring. I'm glad to be alive today. And in the face of what people have to bear, such resilience and hopefulness. I'm glad to be alive today. I have to say that myself. Our next video features Sakumsi. And what is Sakumsi's story, Asanda?
Yeah, Sakumsi Saki is a young man from Kalee, Kokasi. He's an amazing guitarist, plays traditional lead. I've known Saki for many years. He grew up right in front of me. But he's such skilled. He's from a family of people that love music. And he's just a passionate young man.
Well, let's see him then, so the audience can share his passion.
My name is Sakumsi. I'm South African. I'm from Kalee, Cape Town, born and bred. The song I'm going to be doing today is called Cape After Midnight, and it is produced by Jimmy Lulu. Jimmy Lulu is a Mozambican guitarist, but he's mostly based here in South Africa. So sit back and enjoy the song. Inspiration is jazz, because I started listening to jazz at an early age. So I've been listening to jazz since I was still young, and my mom and dad are also musicians, so they also give me inspiration into doing jazz music. My message to the people during this difficult time is that we should persevere this time, because it's hard for everyone, and mostly musicians, because there isn't any work for anyone during this time. So let's try to adhere by the rules of the government, so that you can beat this virus.
Awesome. And as Asanda said, it's pure, beautiful jazz, which happens after midnight. That is a cover from famous jazz artist, and you pronounce it for me, Jimmy Zuzu. You know, Asanda, I understand that many musicians in the townships can't afford their own instruments. And how was Sakumsi able to get his guitar?
Big credit to his family. Sakumsi, unlike a few, he grew up in a family of musicians. His mom is a beautiful vocalist, and his dad is a guitarist. So his dad basically taught him everything he knows, and so they made sure that they invested some money. They put some money aside, and his dad worked tirelessly to save up to buy him a guitar. So yeah, he's actually one of the few guitarists that I know who actually own their own instrument, especially the guitarists. Yeah.
So is there a lot of sharing that goes on, or how do other guitarists who don't own their own guitar, do they share amongst each other?
Yeah, it's tricky actually. So I know. So there's a lot of hiring of instruments, and a little bit of sharing. So I mean, most musicians that I work with have a church background. So some of them, they practice using church instruments. But yeah, majority of some of our rehearsals, we had to hire. I would hire instruments throughout the whole time, to a point where I started then buying instruments myself. So I would save up and buy a guitar. I saved up and I bought a keyboard. I saved up and I bought, saxophone. And then so that then when we come together, we won't even have to hire anymore. But I still do.
Yeah,
hire.
That's great. Great. So we have one final video, and this is Kalee. And she is going to sing in, I'm going to try this now, Kosa. Close enough, right? Asanda.
Close enough. We can work with that.
All right, good. What is Nkele's dream?
So, Nkele also wants to be a recording artist and record and perform her own music. Kalee is a single mom who lives on her own, and she actually is passionate about hair. So when she's not performing, she's doing hair, and she's amazing at it. So yeah, that's a little bit about Kalee.
Great. Well, I'm just very, very much looking forward to sharing that video, please.
Hello, everybody. My name is Kalee Twabane. I'm originally from Eastern Cape and Mount Fletcher. I'm currently staying in Khayelitsha in Town 2. The song that I'm going to sing now is Ngeke Balunge by Mafikizolo. I chose this song because I relate a lot. There are people that always want to know your relationship status. And when you are happy with your partner, they'll always come up with things that will make you fight with your partner. And when you are separated, they always say, oh no, we enter nowhere, go solve your problems with your partner. The song is Ngeke Balunge. Please enjoy. I hope you enjoy. I get my music inspirational from jazz, international gospel, and Afro soul. I surround myself with people that can sing, that can make me grow in music. Yes. The message that I have during this COVID-19 time is please stay safe. This will pass too.
Absolutely beautiful, 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 beautiful.
Yeah.
These young people are so amazingly talented, Sanda. And I just a final question: what is your experience of the role of music making and self-expression in the lives of these artists?
Yeah, I mean, for starters, it's unfortunate that back home in South Africa, art is only categorized as entertainment. When we're having parties or bashes or weddings or events, that's when we call artists to come and help us dance. But from the work that I've seen and from my years of experience, I have seen that art is in the grain. It is our heartbeat. It is in us. And I've seen and I've watched people heal through their artistry. People finding their own emotion, communicating their own emotion, and healing through their artistry, and then helping other people heal as well. So yeah, in my experience in the arts, I have seen. Hence, the name of the organization is called ArtWorks. Basically, it says that art does work. Art is that tool that can help communities find themselves, heal, overcome the worst, and basically finding their grounds. But not only just the healing aspect of it, but art educates. Art unites. Art celebrates cultures, and at the same time, it can take care of people's needs at the same time.
Eloquent. You are eloquent when you speak about art and what art does. And I am so grateful you could be with us and talk about your work and share these gorgeous, talented young people's art with us tonight. And I say to you, Asanda, until next we meet, stay safe. We'll be thinking of you and your wife and kids and your new baby.
Thank you so much, Bobbie. Thank you guys for having me. Sorry it was just such a short time, but thank you. I appreciate the time and just having me share what I do and the work that art does throughout the world and in the townships as well.
From my heart to yours.
Thank you. Much love.
And thanks to Kalee for sharing her work and for both Kalee and Asanda for showing us their vaulting creativity and their hearts with us tonight. I am very inspired by these two, but then I have been inspired every week by the artists on All Together Now. It's been such a joy, so sustaining for me over the last 5 months to be in conversation with artists about their work and the experiences they're having of this singular moment and how they're responding creatively. Oh, there goes those pebbles in the mouth again. Creatively, there we are. The vibrancy, the variety, the commitment of the artists we've shared with you on All Together Now has been one of the brightest lights for me in the dark times we're all living through. So we sure would like to hear more about your experience of All Together Now, and you can share your thoughts and feelings with us because the producers are pasting a link to a 5-minute survey in the comments. Now, most of the questions are multiple choice, and how you respond will shape what we do next. So please take a moment to fill that out for us. We'll be back 2 weeks from tonight on August 27th for our final show. We're going to look back at some fond memories and also look forward with some new creations from some old friends. So I hope you'll join us on Thursday, August 27th, 7 p.m. for the final episode of All Together Now, as we have known it so far. Who knows what the future will bring? Until then, keep a song in your heart and hold a good thought. Good night, my friends.